girls, cats, and squirrels. I came here today to bring you something you never heard before. Actually, you've heard it everywhere on MySpace.
Alright, hello people. This is Dark Boy Dronzer, aka Sin, aka 13. Let's get this shit rolling. I want to say two things before we begin. First off, if you have any comments about anything that I say on my video, post a video response, post a comment, just don't bitch. Second of all, there will be cursing. Alright, if you don't feel as though your child should be listening to this, that's right, parents, I'm talking directly fucking to you. So you don't have any goddamn blame in the so I do not get blamed for shit that happens. Yes, I already cursed. Good for you. Your child will ask you about the words fuck and shit. You wanna know what? I'm throwing damn in there. Yeah, go ask your parents about that. Go ask your parents about the meaning of shit, fuck, and damn. Mommy will know. Alright, let's get the show on the roll. First thing I want to talk about here is drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, weed is harmless. Yeah, I said it. Weed is harmless. Weed is a harmless little fucking thing. It is a plant. It is no more harmless than I am. It's about as harmful as I am. And the only way I can be harmful is if I have a deadly weapon. And I don't. Weed is like a gun, basically. Scratch that. It's like a gun without bullets. So really, all you can do is give somebody a concussion. Only if you hit them hard enough. Weed, I feel it's... God put everything on this earth for a reason. Well, weed was here to help people. I strongly believe that. Why do I say this? Because, excuse me for a second. Alright, I'm back. Well, I believe this because I'm a pothead. Alright, I'm lazy. I'm passive aggressive. I fucking love weed. Alright, I'm calm as shit. You wanna know why? Because I smoke weed. A lot. A lot. And you wanna know something? It's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. Alright, I'm not saying it's not just for everybody. I'm not saying it's fun to do for everybody. Hell, if you want to do it if everybody wants to smoke weed, well, if anybody wants to smoke weed, well, that's their problem. That's their prerogative. And I feel as though, more power to you. If you feel as though you don't need to smoke weed to stay calm, to have a better life, to have a good life, more power to you. Alright, but the fact remains, media and even schools are teaching everybody that weed is just another drug that will fuck up your life. No, it really isn't. You want another drug that'll fuck up your life? Go take one of those drugs they're prescribing to you on TV. Cause those drugs will fuck up your life. Cause there was this drug I'll give you an example of this. There was this drug. I was watching TV. There was this commercial that was supposed to stop these random pains that people would have. Alright, and okay, that sounds like a good idea, yeah. But there were so many side effects and symptoms of this one pill that I honestly, and apparently you probably have, and I'm guessing you'd have to you may have to take this pill regularly, meaning that, you know, these symptoms may be very often. Like, some of the symptoms were high fever, pains, stuff that really should just, like, stuff that really seems worse than just regular pains, although I'm not sure how severe these pains would be. So therefore I cannot truly say, hey, don't take this pill, it sucks. It's putting out more than it's supposed to be giving in. I'm trying to make something up as I go. And then there's some of these drugs will have this commercial, like this silent commercial, where you'll hear, this drug has caused numerous blah blah blah, and has harmed blah blah blah. Can you please, if you have been harmed by this drug, call this number now. Call this number now. And it's always kind of funny to me, because like sometimes you know the drug they're talking about. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's one from like way back, and other times it'll be one from like recently, like as recent as like 2 years, maybe 5 years ago. And at this point, they were advertising, and if you saw that drug, they were advertising it like a motherfucker. I mean, they were making that shit look like it fell out of God's anus, and just said, oh, and there you go. But as for the drug itself, then it'll like cause your child to look like fucking the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and you to end up bleeding from the vagina. Yeah. And not because you need to, women, because you're forced to. Because you end up coming blood. Yeah. I'm not even sure if that was one of the regular symptoms, but it's probably gonna end up happening one day. Just wait. And these drugs really seem as though they're worse off than marijuana. Because there are some drugs for depression. Marijuana can cure depression, most likely. Because it'll even niggas out. It will. Okay? If you've ever smoked weed, and you stayed even, good for you. But if you haven't, well then you either have not been high enough, or you are just too uneven. What the fuck is that, nigga? Well, either way. Then there's the drugs for depression that are worse off for depression users than you might think. Like, for people who have depression than you might think. Because if you ever watch a commercial for one of those pills for depression, then you understand what I'm talking about. Like, some of the symptoms are worsening thoughts of depression, suicidal thoughts or actions, loss of appetite and shit. Like, that really seems as though it's kind of worse off. Like, you could really, like, you know how fucked up it is to invent a pill that can make you feel worse about yourself? To make you feel so bad about yourself that you commit suicide? That is not good. That is not. And yet, marijuana is still illegal, but we could still invent a pill that could make people kill themselves. Hey, that could possibly make people kill themselves. And that really, really, really sucks. And then there's aspirin. Aspirin, I really kind of find, is not bad, but not too good. Considering the fact that if you can take a handful of aspirin and kill something, kill yourself or someone if you grind it up and put it in something. Yes, I know, you can. And it'll take an ungodly amount of marijuana to just overdose. And that's not even counting you'll actually die. That's just saying if you overdose. That's like saying, hey, you wanna die? That's like saying, hey, you wanna die? You gotta smoke a mountain of weed just to almost get there. And even then and like I said, even then you can still end up in a coma. So you almost got there. Alright. enough with drugs. I hate Cartoon Network. What it's become. And there's other channels like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney. I hate those channels too. I hate what they've become. I'll still watch them. I'll still watch them from time to time, but I just hate what they've become. Disney especially. Cartoon Network, when I started watching it because I was really into what the shows they had. Toonami especially. Toonami had some kick-ass shows. Megas XLR, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z GT, Dragon Ball, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, Big O. My God, Big O was the shit. And these shows were fucking phenomenal. And now, compare those shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, and Johnny Bravo, and even Dexter's Lab to shit they're showing now. Adventure Time. Some of the words they say in Adventure Time don't even make fucking sense. The regular show, Mad. Well, Mad I can kind of live with. I watch Spy vs. Spy a lot. And even Dude, What Will Happen, Destroy, Build, Destroy. First off, it's called Cartoon fucking Network. I can excuse Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, but why you, Cartoon Network? Why you? That's exactly what KFC needs to stop fucking doing. This shit is called Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fried chicken, not Kentucky barbecue, not Kentucky grilled. I understand you want some goddamn variety, but if you wanted variety, you should have thought about that shit a long time ago. Fuck. And I can excuse Kentucky Fried Chicken, because let's face it, they didn't know about barbecue chicken that long ago, but Cartoon Network knew about live shows and shit like that. They couldn't excuse themselves now. Just compare those shows, and they don't even hold a candle. 'Cause they were just amazing shows all around. And then there's Nickelodeon shows, like, I have DirecTV. I watched Teen Nick at Night because because when they brought back the 90s or all that, I can't stop watching it. Because the 90s were the shit. I was watching Kenan and Kel, all that. Doug, I love that shit, son. Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats. You can't tell me that that when you were a kid, you did not watch Rugrats. Alright, if you were born before, probably before 2005, then you know that Rugrats was the shit. Okay? And they ruined the Rugrats franchise. I'm gonna say that right now. All Grown Up really ruined that. The special, it wasn't that bad. The actual spin-off series of it was. And I loved Rugrats. It was amazing. I mean, it made me happy just to watch Rugrats. And then there was SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, which again I'm still glad they kind of ended that on a nice note. Drake and The Amanda Show. All those shows were spectacular. All those shows were great. Alright? Even the original cast of all of that was nice. The second cast, no. No, they weren't.